What's up, how gangster are you, cuz? I don't fuck with you, cuz you disrespecting me. I don't fuck
wait.
with you, disrespecting me. I go hard, cuz.
Hey y'all, it is a lot going on. Child, hold up. Let me go back to my main screen. It is too much going on. I hope you guys are doing good. I know this is just like a random live stream on a Saturday. I am babysitting my nephews. So it's just been a lot going on like all day today. So if y'all hear them running around and they're running between the gym and the living room. So if y'all hear them, that's them. So this has been crazy. And I know we were talking about this on Discord. So I wanted to come on and just go live because a lot of people want to talk about everything that's going on with Donald Trump. This entire situation is very unnerving. So basically, earlier today, I'm babysitting them, we're chilling, and one of my friends hit me and was like, they just shot at Donald Trump. And I'm like, wait, what? And she sent me like the video, and I'm just like, this is insane. And then I know Madia ended up posting it. And then I went, of course, to the Shade Room comments, and the comments, and it wasn't just the Shade Room, like Twitter was just, I don't know. I feel like at times, I'm all for a good conspiracy, but I feel like social media has desensitized so many people where there's literally no empathy. I mean, I don't care if this was Joe Biden, Trump, or just a random person. There's literally somebody shooting in a crowd, and like the comments and the jokes and it was just really disturbing to kind of see people turn this political instead of humanizing it. And I get some people feeling like it might be staged and stuff like that, but I don't even know what to think, because like every literally 10-15 minutes it's new news coming up. So I want us to kind of watch a lot of this stuff. It's not fake news. There's a man that's dead. There's also somebody else who was also killed. I feel like there's more to this. This political season is very, very volatile. There's a lot going on globally. And at this point, to me, the elites are fighting. Okay? I feel like they are trying to get rid of Trump any way they can. But then I also feel like with Joe being so old, I don't know if he's going to make it over the next 4 years. And then I keep thinking about that Simpsons cartoon that said that one of the presidents die. And then remember Lisa Simpson, who was a female, she becomes the first female president. And we have Kamala Harris in as vice president. I feel like a lot of this stuff goes a lot deeper. But we're going to go ahead and watch just some of these clips and just talk about all of this stuff that's going on right now on social media. Joe Biden spoke about 30 minutes ago as well. So let's go ahead and listen to what Joe had to say about the situation. It's just, I just find it all disturbing. I don't care who was shot at, who wasn't shot at. The whole thing is just, it's unnerving.
Thanks for coming, folks. I've been thoroughly briefed by all the agencies of the federal government as to the situation, based on what we know now. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that the people and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to give it, if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. Everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I'm able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. So far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that they're thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do. Okay?
Mr. President, do you think this was an assassination attempt?
I don't know enough to, I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Are you worried for President safety? Was the security failing, Mr. President?
I love how he always just walks off. He's done. Now, I'm going to keep it real. This is the most clear-headed. This is like the first time in a long time that I've heard Biden just speak, just off the cuff. He wasn't stammering or mumbling. It's just very interesting because any other time he's just talking about, 2020. He's just talking a bunch of bullshit. But this is like the first time he sounds very, very coherent. Like he has his thoughts gathered. Interesting. Because any other time he can't form a thought. But now he's like, yeah, I tried to call Donald Trump and make sure he was good. He didn't answer the phone, but I'm going to keep on trying to call him. I'm not down with this political violence. Like, I actually understood him. Didn't have to rewind. He didn't say the wrong year. He didn't. Remember, he just called Vladimir Zelensky Putin. Now I'm going to have to give him the side eye. Interesting. He was just as, coherent and everything in his speech. Any other time, it's a bunch of mush mouth nonsense. Oh, he made sure to come out there clear as day. Oh, we're not, condoning this. This is not right. No political violence. Okay. They say you're going to get out there and say what you got to say so that we don't look guilty. So now they're saying, there's a lot of information on Twitter, okay? Twitter's posting all the tea. So they got the man's body on the roof, the assailants. So we're going to go on to Twitter. Let's walk over to Twitter here. Let me share my screen. Okay. So they got him on the roof. That's the dude.
Lá em cima, né? Aqui, ó. We can see the guy there.
So they killed him.
I think they hit him as the guy is.
But again, a dead man tells no tales. So I find that very interesting that he was, killed. I wonder what he could have told us about who sent him. Here goes some more video.
What's going on? Was he shot? Was he wounded? Then we heard him on the microphone, Shannon, saying, let me grab my shoes as they tried to take him off. So we're just trying to figure out what happened. To me, as you're trying to figure out if you're okay, what's going on? Was he shot? Was he wounded? Then we heard him on the microphone, Shannon, saying, let me grab my shoes as they tried to take him off. So we're just trying.
Now, this guy is speaking. He saw some things. We're going to sip this tea real quick.
Someone who was here. You weren't inside the event, nope, but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw.
So we had a party here all day. You can see behind us at the Brinkles Farming Greenhouse here. We had a party. And we all decided, hey, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees up there under the shade, and watch and listen to the rally, right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here, I have no idea, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle, absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? You know, like they didn't know what was going on. You know, we're like, hey, right here on the roof, we can see him from right here. We see him. You know, he's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots rang out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
Notice he said Secret Service was looking at them because they were pointing at the guy on the roof and they didn't do anything. Now, some people are saying that this was staged by Trump and his peoples, but I don't know if I want to stage bullets flying at my head. The same thing with the whole Suge Knight and Tupac situation. Oh, Suge Knight, set it up to get grazed in the head. You got to be a precision, marksman to just slightly graze somebody. Other people are saying that, was the Biden administration trying to take him out? People are saying this is, Trump doing this for sympathy votes. It's something going on. This whole situation is just scary because people should have a right to go to a rally and feel safe, for whoever they're voting for, right? I don't care if they're voting for Trump or Biden. You should be free to go to a rally and know that you're going there and you're going to come home safe. Let's not forget an innocent person lost their life and there was also several other people injured on top of Donald Trump. So this is not good. Let me see. He talks for like 4 minutes. Somebody. Let me see. Oh, Andrew Tate. Good old Andrew Tate.
Said they try and cancel you. I was going viral on the fucking internet telling all of you. I said they try and cancel you. If cancellation fails, they try and put you in jail. And if that fails, they fucking kill you. I was saying this last year. I was saying it after I rejected their fucking money. I rejected their money to sell my soul, and I started saying on every podcast, they're gonna hit me with a bullshit case. They're gonna try and put me in jail. And when I got out of jail, I said on every podcast, I'm uncomfortable because I know I'm on my last fucking life. Look what they've done to Trump. Look at it. They canceled him, they deleted him from everything. Nobody cared, it didn't work. They tried to put him in jail, that's failed. Now they killed him. You get 3 lives against these people. The second you've been canceled, next is a fucking case. And if you beat that case, they're gonna put a bullet in you. It happens every fucking time.
Okay, Andrew Tate. Meanwhile, he's so scared and everybody's after him, but you're live streaming. Should you not be in hiding, sir? Let's finish listening to what he got to say.
Care what side of the political spectrum you're on. You better pray for Donald Trump because he is fighting evil. You do not want the people who are against Trump in charge of anything, especially not your fucking life. I don't care what you call yourself, Democrat, Republican, no matter what it is. You need to pray for Donald Trump and pray for him right now. He's the last fucking hope for Western civilization as you know it. I promise you that.
What did you see, sir?
I heard the shots. I thought it was firecrackers to begin with. Somebody over there was screaming, he's been shot, he's been shot. So I made my way over. I said, I'm an emergency department physician. Let me help you. The guy had spun around, was jammed between the benches. He had a headshot here. There was lots of blood, and he had brain matter there. And so I got him. There's a helicopter coming in to get him. I got people there really helpful. I got
Was
him
there only
up
one
on the
person
bench.
shot that you saw?
Then I did CPR, did chest compressions as well as I breathed for him.
One person?
I was the only one that did it.
We need to evacuate everybody.
Hunter, that's exactly where I heard him come from.
What did you see, sir?
So like I was just saying, outside of Donald Trump, there's a real person who lost their life and people that were injured. So, I mean, this is serious. If you guys go to rallies, this could have happened to anybody. And that's the part that's very frightening. Somebody said, let's take a moment to show appreciation to the hero for killing the shooter only seconds after he opened fire on the president. Okay, I still want to know what the shooter had to, you know what I'm saying, who sent him? I don't want him killed. I want him questioned. Okay, oh, Alex Jones got something to say. Let's go ahead and listen to good old Alex.
Survived an assassination attempt. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you that we're not in normal times. World War III, nuclear war is this close. They just fired 5 shots at Trump and hit him in the side of the head. And the media's like, oh, big deal. He survived an assassination attempt. This is crazy town. Biden is a complete puppet. The New World Order is melting down everywhere. And I believe they're getting ready to kill Biden and blame it on a Trump supporter. I've been saying that for over a year. So President Trump in Pennsylvania up there gets shot at, gets hit in the side of the head, survives. That image of him up there with the blood on his face, defiant, is incredible. And now the deep state that's committed all these crimes and opened the borders and human trafficked and started World War III, they are so desperate, they're going to go for broke. And I've told Trump, I've told his campaign, you've got to be more careful. We got to pray for President Trump right now. This is such a dangerous time. I'm in Northern California with what would be a huge story breaking tomorrow, and it's still going to break. Massive story we're working on right now, okay? Secret mission. And it will still break it. But, ladies and gentlemen, this attempted assassination of Trump means we're not in Kansas anymore. And now they've tried to kill him with a gun. They're going to try to poison him. So Trump, inside circle, listen to me. And I know you've listened before. You've had the Secret Service call me. I've briefed them on stuff. Listen to me. They're going to try to poison him now. This blew up in their face. They failed. They fired 5 shots. They killed 2 people, maybe 3. Of course, they got rid of the shooter, so they can't find out who that was. This means the New World Order is going for broke. They have nothing to lose now. Pray for America, pray for Trump, pray for the free press, pray for truth, and know with, 112 days from the election now, anything is possible right now. Deep state, escalation of war with Russia, China, Taiwan, it's all on the table. False flag terror attacks, blame it on Trump, his supporters, they've been hyping that. We need to pray right now for mass awakening and mass discernment because America is fighting for its life. I'm about to do a live show as soon as the crew can get into the office. I just got off an airplane, just got here to where I was staying. I'm going to do a live show at Infowars.com/show, band.video, and real Alex Jones. I'm collecting all the notes, all the videos. We'll be live in the next 30 minutes to an hour at Infowars.com/show, band.video, and real Alex Jones on X. But pray for President Trump. He needs to get out there and speak immediately about this. He's got to be very, very careful, obviously, in the future. But again, pray for Trump, pray for America. The deep state has overplayed their hand. They're completely screwed, which means they're going to strike back big time.
Alex Jones is out of breath, honey. He can't wait to get into the studio. So it's so much going on. Here's the video here.
President in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Hold. When you're ready, on you. Ready. Move. Move. Go.
That is just so disturbing. So here it is with the blood on his face. He was grazed. Now, again, not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but I am feeling like if they wanted to take him out, they definitely could have. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he was grazed, I feel like that was some type of warning. They didn't want to kill him, because I think they know, like, a lot of Trump supporters, they're a lot of them are ready to, just wreak havoc over Trump, right? They're ready to die for Trump. I mean, we all saw January 6th. So I think it was almost like a warning shot. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like, look at JFK. When they wanted to take JFK down, they took him down. You know what I mean? I feel like it was a warning because this person killed several people. He was able to shoot that many times, but he slightly hit the target. That's why I don't feel like it was necessarily a setup by Trump per se. I don't feel like why would Trump risk graze me in the ear so that way people feel bad for me and they'll run and vote for me. I feel like that was some type of warning shot. And it's very scary that this is where we're at politically, the divisiveness. It's insane. And like I said, I didn't grow up in an era. When I grew up, like, one, people really didn't talk about politics like that. Like, we had political discussions, but regardless if you're a Democrat, Republican, that was your business. You know what I'm saying? But it's become so divisive over like the past 10 or so years. It's just so divisive. And part of that is Trump's doing. You know, he's made it divisive, you know, and then all the foolishness that we see with the Democrats and stuff like that. But it's like people can't even say that they're for Trump without being attacked, or they can't say that they're for Biden without being attacked. It's insane. You know, like, I know people are mad at Amber Rose because she's like, make America great again, and she wants to vote for Trump. 50 Cent wants to vote for Trump, and people are saying that they should be canceled. Well, I thought this was America where people were free to vote for who they wanted to vote for. But it's like you can't even do that anymore. And then the people say that they want to vote for Old Man Joe, that's an issue. Like, the divisiveness is just insane. You had people saying they don't care if Joe Biden, you know, can't talk, if he's in a diaper, if he can't, you know what I'm saying, walk up on stage, they're going to vote for him no matter what. And that is their prerogative. It's just like, it's the divisiveness. It's insane. Even when I do videos and I talk about, you know, this political stuff, people will get mad at me. It's like, how are you mad? And I'm literally just reporting both sides. You know, they'll be like, I knew you were a Trump supporter. Never said that. I feel like people should have the right to vote for whatever candidate they want to vote for and stand behind whichever candidate they want to stand behind. Why is that such an issue? And this is why we're in the pickle that we're in now, where now it's so bad that you have a presidential candidate being shot at. It's like, what are they trying to hide at this point? It's very, very disturbing. It just really is. Oh, Moneybag Mo must be in the building. Okay, I see the money bags. It is just really, really disturbing. Just the comments that I was seeing online and the jokes. I don't care if you don't like Trump and, you know, you don't want to support him. That is your business. But I don't think it's funny when anybody gets shot at. Just, you know, sorry if I have a humanity chip still left. Like I said, I don't care if it was Trump or Biden. That whole display was extremely disturbing and scary. Because there were regular people in the crowd, you know what I'm saying, who are not here for all that. They just came to support who they want to see become president, and they risk getting shot. That is very, very frightening. And I would have the same stance if this happened at a Joe Biden rally. And, you know, honestly, you know, it's probably better that it wasn't Joe on stage, because I don't even think Joe could have moved this fast. The whole thing is just, it's insane. Let me go ahead and read some of these super chats, you guys. Thank y'all for joining me for this random stream here. Let's see. Darylyn Quick sent 10 says, hey T, thank you for being the voice of reason in all this. You are appreciated. You are so welcome, and thank you for tuning in. Sean Rayson 499 says, when the whole world is against you, you must be doing something right. DJ Senpai says, Biden did it. He did it. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think it goes deep. They don't want him to run. They don't want him to win. I definitely believe that. They've tried with, you know, a lot of things like the arrest and the charges. You know, he's a felon. You know, all that stuff. But my thing is, who can run against Trump? Because Trump is in the running right now. So if people don't want Joe Biden to win, because right now there's so much drama in the Democratic Party, who can run against Trump right now? Literally, November is right around the corner. The whole thing is just insane. Something is not right with this whole situation. Everything from Joe Biden's medical, they're saying that he may have Parkinson's disease. But again, if you have eyes and you're not just, you know, allowing the mainstream media to just feed you nonsense, you could tell that there's something going on with Joe Biden, that he's not all there. And he hasn't been all there for a while, for the past few years now. I don't feel comfortable with either at this point, because this whole situation is just very, very unnerving. It really is. Let me see here. Lovely Starry Night sent 5 says, I wonder if this means more security even at the polls. In the Dominican Republic, you can get shot while trying to vote at the voting polls. Yeah. Voting in a lot of countries it's, we take for granted that we just go to a school or a church and we cast a vote. In a lot of countries, you can lose your life. If they want a political puppet in place, they will try and kill the opposition and the people trying to vote for the opposition. I mean, literally, Putin has been president since I was in, I believe, junior high. This man has been president. Anybody who's ever tried to run against him, they've wound up dead. It's insane. So yeah, in certain countries, it gets that real. And hopefully it will not be like this, come election day. But this is really scary. This is setting a precedence. Carmela Stevens sent 10 says, hey, I'm not sure if anyone said it or thinks it. I think Trump's people staged that shooting. No one got hit behind him, nor did any of those people appear to be in panic. Some people are saying that. I don't believe that it was staged by him. I don't see that. I don't see somebody staging. Those were real bullets. Real people were shot and killed. He's obviously bleeding. People were saying, he could have had a blood, pill in his hand and then touched his ear. And I get it. The world is a stage. And sometimes it's like you can only believe half of what you hear. And literally at this point, none of what you see. But personally, I think it's something deep going on. It's something deep going on. I just don't see somebody staging that. I don't know, with real bullets. I don't know. I wouldn't want to attempt to have, just stage it and let real bullets whiz past my head. I felt like that was a warning. I feel like if they wanted him dead, he would have been dead right there and then. The guy was on the roof. He had a perfect shot. I think he did just enough to cause fear and damage. But if they wanted him gone, it'd have been a JFK assassination. And I still feel, honestly, like something is going to happen to one of the political presidents, to either Trump or Biden. I feel that way in the next few months. I feel like something is going to happen. I don't know. I just feel it. I don't want to be right, but I feel like something is going to happen. It's so volatile. This election is very, very volatile. The anger, just even the way that people interact with each other, the conversations, the way people are celebrating this, it's very, very unnerving. World War III is definitely, it's been in the works. But things are getting worse and worse globally. And right now, America's trying to set themselves up. We have a lot of superpowers clicking together. We still have some of our allies, but not really. And I think globally, I don't think Biden is as respected globally just because the way he acts. I mean, he called Zelensky Putin. He said that he's going to beat Trump in 2020. It's 2024. Like, we're looking like the laughing stock at this point. So I don't know. Something is not right. Something is not right. Let me see here. Wavy Tay sent $99.99. Thank you so much, Wavy. He says, hey, Auntie, it's your favorite soldier reporting for duty. We all know why they try to take out Trump. He was the only president to make a legit peace deal between Israel and the UAE and Saudi Arabia, putting a stop to wars in the military-industrial complex, DOJ. Yeah. He definitely did a lot in his presidency. I just feel like the whole thing with this, it goes way deeper. It goes way deeper. They don't want him to be president by any means. They don't want him coming back. And they tried a lot of things to stop it. And so to the point that it's gotten to this level where now he's being, his life is being attempted, an attempt on his life, that is insane. At a rally. That is a warning. They want him to leave. They don't want him to run. But he's very defiant. He's not going to step down. He's going to keep running. Deacon Weezo says, Black men for Trump 2024. Thank you for the super chat. T00 sent $4.99 says, hey sis, people are bringing up Biden's age, but do people realize that Trump is only 3 years younger than Biden? This entire situation is disturbing. Yes, Trump is old too. Like, I think when people say that, they're not saying it like Trump is in his 50s and, Biden is, I don't know, damn near 80. Trump is an older guy as well. But the difference is Trump knows how to speak. He makes sense when he speaks. He doesn't act like his age. Biden acts like he's literally 100. Like I said, him talking about Trump, that was the clearest I've heard Biden speak in a long time. It looked like it was coming off the top of his head. He didn't look like he was trying to read a teleprompter. He had all his faculties all of a sudden. That was weird to me. The video I just played a little bit ago. I mean, he was just speaking off the cuff like, yeah, I tried to call Trump and make sure he was okay. I'm like, damn, is this the same old man Joe? Because just the other day, you done invited Zelensky here and you forgot his name. I don't know. It's crazy. Let me see here. Wayana, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. Says, hey T, finally catching a live. As always, you're speaking the truth. The rabbit hole goes deep. Congrats on your 1 million. You deserve it. It's long overdue. Love you, sis. Love you too, and thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Wavy Tay sent another $99.99. He says, part 2, also Donald Trump is heavily against the DOJ and the warmongering politicians on both sides who want war, money, and profiting off the bodies of dead soldiers. Candace Owens went live an hour ago and she was hitting on some things too. Pray up, y'all. Yeah, this country definitely needs prayer. Thank you so much for the super chat, Wavy. The country definitely needs a lot of prayer. People are angry and people have the right to be angry. Right now, the economy is in the pits. Right now, rent is sky high. Mortgages are going up. Car loans, the interest rate on a car loan. You know what I'm saying? Jobs. They claim that there's all these jobs out there. People are applying. They're not getting them. The economy right now, it's like everything is going up, groceries, but the pay is not going up. So you have a lot of people who are upset. And, you have people who are saying it's Biden's fault, that the economy's like this. He's letting in all these immigrants from Mexico and things like that. So you have a lot of anger out here. You have a lot of angry people, and then you have people who feel like Trump is the Messiah and he's going to get in and clean all this up in 6 months. And I don't think that's the case either. I think, if he gets in and he becomes a president, yes, I'm sure he'll finish building the wall and stopping immigration and stuff. But the hole that we're in, it took us, 4 years to get here? It's going to take minimum that to get up out of here. So it's not anything that's going to happen overnight. And then on top of everything that's going on globally, there's a lot right now. There's a lot of soldiers being deployed all around the world. We have a shortage. They're talking about bringing back the draft. So it's a lot going on right now. Who wants to send their child to war? For what? Like I said in my previous stream, old men create wars and then it's young men who die in them. So, it's a lot of I think it's a lot of anxiety. It's a lot of worry. It's a lot going on right now. Yes, y'all keep asking me about Project 2025. I've spoke about this before. We've all heard about this. In 4 years, everything is screwed up. Yeah, a lot of things have happened, but the thing is, people need to understand, no matter who becomes president, it's still going to take a while to get everything back to some type of normalcy. And honestly, we may never really get back to that normalcy. And that's something that we have to understand. Like, I feel like everything, for me, a sense of normalcy died in 2019 before COVID. I feel like nothing has felt right since 2019. And unfortunately, we can never go backwards. We can't go back to the past. So as far as the future, what does that hold for America? I don't know. But you have, like, right now in New York City, I mean, it's being overran right now with a lot of immigrants. And so you have people who are upset. You have American citizens who feel like, I can't even get social services. Rent is sky high. But they're having all these apartments and housing for people who just got here. So there's a lot of animosity. There's a lot of bitterness. There's a lot of anger. And, you know, I get it. Somebody said in Boston too. Yeah, it's happening in a lot of places. Chicago's another place that's being overran. And the reason why the northern cities, let's not forget why they're being overran, is because when it was happening down south at the border in Texas and Arizona and parts of Cali, people didn't care. Because that's the South, out of sight, out of mind. But then once they started busting them people up north, now the some people are like, damn, this is crazy. Well, that's what the South has been dealing with for years. So now the North is getting a taste of what the South has been dealing with. So, I don't know. Yeah, they didn't care when it was happening to Texas until they shipped everybody up north. So I think at this point, you know, and I'm not coming on here, I don't have a ton of solutions. You know, I just want to have a place where everybody can just come and talk and kind of vent, because I know everybody was talking about on Discord, and it was just so much just going on and just so much to think about. But I just know for me, when I saw this, I'm like, this is scary. You know, like what kind of future is going to be for, like, not only my sons, but like my nephews? You know, I have a 4-year-old nephew. I got a 4-year-old niece. I got a 10-year-old, and I had one 10, one 11-year-old nephew. Like, what is the world going to look like for them when they get older? Because when I was their age, and we were in school, we casted fake ballots, right? Vote for Clinton or vote for, Bush, vote for this person, vote for that person. We just, and then you waited, you watched the news with your parents, and you found out that night, who the new president was. Now we have to have conversations with kids about not only, shootings that are going on at the school, but one of the ex-presidents getting shot at a rally. That is insane for kids to watch that on the news. Because if he's not safe, how do you think these kids feel when they go out? They're already worried about school shootings and shootings on the block. If the ex-president can get shot at, what about, just regular people? So it's just really frightening to see all this. Yeah, Burgundy, it's very overwhelming. Somebody says, Miss Simone says, and that's why I don't want to bring kids into this world. Nikea says, God is going to reveal everything. Yeah, this is definitely spiritual warfare. I definitely believe this is spiritual warfare. The book of Revelations, everything is going so fast. It's just like the days are going by fast, the week, July is halfway over. And I feel like just 2 weeks ago, everybody's getting ready for the 4th. It's like time is just flying and things are just getting worse and worse. It's very, very frustrating. Let me see here. Moneybag Mo, thank you once again for the $499.99, sis. I really appreciate you. Thank you for always just coming through and showing love to my channel. It means a lot to me. So thank you, thank you. Love me some Moneybag Mo. She's a sweetheart. Let me see here. Let me read some more. YouTuber Sim 499 says the real battle is the people against AIPAC. Israel has a chokehold over our politicians here in the U.S. and abroad, but here we are too divided. We don't even want to get on the Israel topic. A lot of the politicians are bought and paid for. I mean, just even look at all this stuff that happened at the Daily Wire. You know, and I'm no fan of Candace Owens at all. You know, she makes some good points, but to me, she thought that she was like the token Negro, and she found out the hard way that no, when you go against us, it's a wrap. So she, you know, she got her nigga wake up call. But it's just very interesting that once she started talking about them, out the door. But when she was going in on black people and trans people and the LGBT community, oh, Ben Shapiro was here for it. So it's very, you know, interesting, the people that you can't criticize or question. The whole thing is just insane. Let's see here. Lovely Starry Night sent 5. Says they're taking a page from Reagan. What are they trying? What shady laws they trying to pass, like Project 25, which is going to unalive more people? Yeah. I remember when Reagan almost got assassinated. I was watching an old video about that. Thank you for the super chat. Girl Nettles Sim 499 says it sounds like they shot blanks and Trump cut his own ear with a razor or makeup. Who knows what he did when he was down there? Yeah, I don't buy that it was staged. I mean, I know it sounds good for the people who hate Trump, but I just don't buy that it was staged. I feel like they've been trying to take him out. And granted, he may use this as a sympathy ploy and, you know, come out to many men, you know, during his next, the next time we see him. You know, a lot of people running that joke. But I don't feel like it was staged. I feel like they do want to take him out. And I feel like that was a warning shot. And it's very convenient that the shooter was killed. Very, very convenient. Yeah, they're going to try and treat him like some type of martyr. But yeah, I don't feel like it was staged. That's just my personal opinion. I don't feel like it was staged. I feel like that was a warning. Zay says, did Trump stage this for a sympathy vote? No. I don't believe it was. I don't believe it was staged for a sympathy vote. He's going to have his supporters. The thing is, he's going to have his supporters regardless. Just like Biden, you have people who are going to vote for Biden regardless. Like they said, he can roll out there in a wheelchair, not off like this, okay? Lethargic, they're going to vote for him. They don't care. People have made that stance. You know what I mean? Just like Trump people, they're like, he can have 15 felonies and 10 baby mamas. They're going to vote for Trump. So I don't think he needs sympathy votes. I think people are so divided that no matter what you put in front of them, they're going to stick by whatever team. That's how divided it is. That if they're staunch Biden supporters, they're not wavering. The staunch Trump supporters, they're not wavering. So I just don't see him doing all this for sympathy. Now, I'm not saying Old Man Joe sent out a hit. But to me, that would make more sense that it's coming from the opposite side than staging it. But again, the world's a stage. Somebody said, who fired the shot? Well, I don't know if they had the man's name yet. Let's see. I know he's dead, though. Let me see if they have any more information. Trump says bullet pierced his ear. Yeah, they don't have, I'm not seeing anything with his name in it here. Yeah, this is just frightening. I counted 7 shots. Says he saw the man fatally shot. There's somebody else speaking on this. Let me see if they have a short clip. Let's see this real quick. Somebody else just spoke on something.
NBC News.
Let me share my screen real quick here.
News just reporting that one of the attendees has deceased, has died from injuries as a result of the shooting. Joseph, you told me off camera that you may have witnessed this, and I'm so sorry to be talking to you in this tragic moment, but can you describe what it is that you saw?
I was attending the rally. I was in the set of bleachers, the very far left of the podium where President Trump was speaking. I was there with friends. I heard several gunshots. The man beside me suffered a gunshot wound to the head, was instantly killed, fell to the bottom of the bleachers. Another woman looked like she got hit in the forearm or hand. And then at that point in time, it was rather chaotic at that point because half the people were looking because they thought it was fireworks. I knew it was gunshots right away. My friend, hit the deck. I was kind of looking around just trying to see where the shots were coming from. It seemed to me like the shots were coming from behind the bleachers. It seemed to me the man got hit in the head from behind. He was killed instantly, as far as I could tell. And at that point, state police and a SWAT team, started evacuating the bleachers, and then I helped carry the man out of the bleachers to a tent that was behind the bleachers.
You helped carry the man yourself. What was his condition when you were carrying him?
He's deceased. He died.
How close were you to him?
A couple yards. It wasn't very far.
Did you know the man?
No, it's a complete stranger. They put a towel over his head and then carried him off.
And you said there was another woman nearby who was also injured. Where was she in relation to him?
I believe she was in the bleachers, like either above me or just to the side of him. But it seemed like she was kind of at my flank, and then she flinched, and it looked like she had taken a gunshot wound to the forearm and hand.
Joseph, from where I was standing, we heard multiple gunshots, 8 to 11 shots. We've been hearing it replayed on the video here. Do you remember, can you tell, I know it was a chaotic scene, but at what point, was it immediately when you heard the gunshots that he was shot, or was it later on into the firing?
The first 7, he was hit and she was hit within the first 7 shots. I counted 7 shots.
What was going through your mind? You were right there. I know it happened so quickly, but what can you tell us about those moments?
First, I was in shock because I know what gunshots sound like, so I knew they were gunshots. I couldn't tell from where they were coming from. And when I noticed someone got hit, then I noticed, well, it seemed like they were coming from behind me. And it just was pandemonium. And then I heard some more shots, and I couldn't quite tell where they were coming from. But I counted the first 7, and they were very loud and very close. And it killed one man and wounded another woman.
And Joseph, you told me that you're a doctor, you're an OBGYN. How did that background play into how quickly you were sort of able to assess the situation and know what happened to these individuals and know what was going on?
Well, I told the police, I tried to render assistance. I told the police I could render assistance. They had another physician on the EMT team, so they kind of took over. So they didn't really need me, so I kind of helped carry him down initially out of the bleachers. There wasn't, the man that got hit, there was no assistance that needed to be given. And unfortunately, his family witnessed the whole thing. It seemed like he had several family members in the bleacher with him. And they were quite upset. They didn't know, they were in shock. They didn't quite know what's going on. But the man was definitely killed instantaneously.
Could you tell sort of how many family members or people who knew him were with him, and what was their reaction?
I thought there was 5 people. 2 of them were relatively hysterical. But they were, when we took the man out of the bleachers, he went to the tent. There was an aid tent or some type of tent behind the bleachers where they took the body, and they immediately evacuated the family with them. And the 2 out of the 5, it seemed like, in shock, hysterical. Like they were still trying to process what was going on.
Joseph, from where I was standing, we heard the shots. We saw the president go down.
Yeah, I saw President Trump get hit.
What can you tell us? What details you remember?
It seemed like his head was off to the side, and it seemed like he got nicked in the ear.
Was that before the Secret Service took him down to the ground, covered him?
Right before the Secret Service. I mean, it was maybe, again, it's hard to tell, like, you know, time dilates when, like, it seemed like it was a second or two. Like, that first 7 shots that went off, the man got hit. He was killed almost instantly. The woman in the bleachers, she got injured, like she got hit in the forearm and the hand. And then in those rounds that were fired, again, I was videoing the event, so that's when I saw Trump get hit. And it seemed to me like he was looking to the side and the round grazed his ear. So.
Could you tell the gentleman that was hit in the head what angle he was in relation to the former president, like which direction the bullets were coming from and to?
So it looked like he was facing the president at the very far left portion of the bleachers, so he's directly facing it. Again, it seemed to me like the shots were coming from the rear, like behind us. And for me, it seemed like the man was in the way. Like, you know, I guess...
In the way of the former president?
No, it seemed like the man was in the way of the shots between whoever was shooting the gun and the president. The man was hit. It seemed like he was in the crossfire.
And I know... And I know you're in shock and still processing all of this. It's sort of hard to evaluate our own emotions in this moment, but you just experienced something horrific.
Yes.
What can you tell us about your state of mind right now?
Yeah, you know, I've had opportunities to go to these rallies before. It was the first one I ever went to. I had, you know, time off to go do it. I was kind of excited to go, but you know, it's, you know, everyone, you know, it's something you don't expect. It comes out of the blue. It's like a bolt out of the blue, and it's shocking.
Oh, wait. So again, in my personal opinion, it's not. I don't believe that was staged. You know, people will be screaming, "Oh, he's a crisis actor." I don't get crisis actor vibes. Like somebody said in the chat, this is history in the making. You know, and I think that the people that were killed, they were casualties. It's almost like they meant the shooter. Again, if he was that good where he could like nick him in the ear to send a warning shot to not kill him, I believe that he also shot and made sure to kill people at the rally, because now, you know, it's going to scare people from wanting to go to a Donald Trump rally and bring him support, you know, because who's to say that it won't happen again? So I feel like all of this, you know, was done on purpose, because he could have easily took him out. Easily. And that's the part that's just like really, really disturbing. So for me, I don't see this being staged at all. I feel like that was supposed to be a warning, not only to Trump, but to his supporters. You know, they don't want him in there. And then you got to ask yourself, why don't they want him in there? Well, even if they don't want him in there, why is he not allowed to have a fighting chance, you know, to run? Let me see here. Ask Sally Ann sent 199, says, why won't they allow Kamala to run? I think the reason why they don't want her to run, she's not really liked. Even by a lot of the Democrats. Like, you know, she's not really liked. You don't really see her. She's always laughing. She just really doesn't have anything to add to anything. Like, she just doesn't give me, like, presidential tease. She just doesn't. I think if they were to have her run in place of him, they would lose. And they know that they would lose. So I don't see her winning against Trump. You know, maybe, well, I was calling gruesome Newsom. Maybe Newsom, but I just don't see Kamala. I don't see her. I don't see anybody voting her in. She's not a good replacement for Biden at all. Somebody says Joe has shooters. Yeah. The whole thing is just... Yeah, she's always like just laughing, and she's just not a serious person to me. They ask her anything, she's just, what are you cackling at? Like, they ask you a serious question, she's always giggling at shit. She's just, I don't know, her energy's weird. The only time you see her is when they do some type of party at the White House and she's dancing with celebrities. Other than that, you really don't see her. I'm just not a fan. Yeah, she just comes off as ditzy. So I don't see most Democrats wanting to vote for her. So I think that's why they're not. I've heard people say Michelle Obama, that, maybe, she'll come in and run. But even then, that would just be really awkward to bring Michelle in, after all these years. And I don't think Michelle wants to be bothered. She saw everything her husband went through. Michelle ain't trying to be bothered. And I don't blame her. Yeah, I think all these choices, I think for the most part, everybody on the outside looking in who are not like, Team Trump or Team Biden, they're just kind of like, I don't even know who I want to pick at this point. Because you keep hearing most people say, the lesser of two evils. A lot of people have issues with Trump, and a lot of the shenanigans that surround him. And a lot of people have issues with Biden. Yeah, the whole thing is a shit show. Somebody said Kendrick Lamar. I doubt it. Let's see here. Aquamoon says the president of the Heritage Founds said there will be bloodshed and upheaval. This is getting real. Yeah, I definitely think that there's more coming down the pipeline, and whoever ends up winning in November, I think that's going to cause a bunch of mess, regardless if it's Trump or Biden. Whichever side loses, it's going to cause a lot of mess and a lot of upheaval. I definitely feel that way. I feel like there's just going to be more to come. Sincere says, I want Bernie Sanders, but he's old. He's pushing 90. I wish that at this point they would just do a do-over in the whole political system. They need to bring in younger people. It just makes no sense to me that most of the people who run this country are like literally in their 70s and 80s. They need to bring in younger people. People who really understand what's going on. I mean, the one guy freezes every now and then like a stat. Who's that? Mitch McConnell? Well, he'll just freeze. It's like, what's wrong with him? Like, he's just frozen. Just like what? Like, they need to bring in younger people. Like, I'm really tired of like all these. No, y'all don't need me. Somebody said we need you, T. No, I don't want to have nothing to do with politics. But they need to bring in younger people. Like 40s and 50s, people who still have like their cognitive skills. I mean, it's insane. There needs to be age limits. I mean, think about it. The average citizen, once you hit a certain age, they take your driver's license from you because they feel like you're not safe to be on the road driving. I think they take it from you when you're like, I don't know, 70 or something. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 80. So I'm like, if these old people are not even allowed to be out here driving, why are they allowed to be running the country? I mean, they're literally talking about them wearing diapers. That's not comforting. Like that's, I mean, if you're having to wear a diaper and you have to be changed. And I've heard that on both sides. They said Trump wears a diaper too. At the point that you have to wear a diaper, you need to just be relaxed. Just go chill. Retire, go fishing, enjoy your old age. You don't need to be running the country at 70, 80, damn near 90 years old. Like, that is insane to me. I want somebody who can go to the bathroom on their own. I mean, the fact that even during the presidential debate, that Jill Biden had to get up there and literally walk him down 3 steps. It's 3 steps. He's not walking down 100 steps. She had to literally walk him down the steps. Like, come on. It's too much. Yeah, Nancy Pelosi, she was over 80. Like, it's like these people, they get into these positions and they don't want to leave. The only way they leave is that they die out of those positions. Once they're there, they're like literally there for life. It's insane. The one thing I will say about Vivek Ramaswamy, he was refreshing, as I got to like learn more about him and, hear his views and stuff like that. He did make some good points, when he was running and stuff like that. And he was younger. So I think like, he kind of rejuvenated some life into the debates. But I mean, at this point, they just need to do a do-over. Like, people are tired of like these people in their 70s and 80s. And this is not me trying to age shame because, again, it's a blessing to grow old. But just because you're old doesn't mean that you need to still run the country. It's insane. I mean, think about like most of these political leaders around the world. They're all old. And all they do is cause chaos and drama. And then it's young people who are forced to go into their wars and die in their wars. It's insane. Retirement age is 70, I think. Like I said, I'm the type of person, I listen to everybody. So again, do I agree with everything that Vivek said? No. But there are some things that he said when he was interviewed, like, okay, I can see where he's coming from. I see certain points. I'm not closed-minded like that. Y'all like people to just be all one way. I'm not that way. I'm multifaceted. I like to listen to all points. Just like I watch all news. Like people got mad, like, oh, I can't believe you watch Fox. I watch everything. I watch RT, Fox. I don't watch CNN, though. I stopped watching CNN after COVID. After COVID, I was done with CNN. But like, MSNBC, I watch them. What is that? First Post with our girl, Palki Sharma. I watch her. I love First Post. She used to be on WeOn, and then she left WeOn. So, I mean, you have to stay on top of stuff. I refuse to just, focus solely on one party or one news station, because then you're only getting your viewpoints from this amount of people. I want to hear what everybody thinks about every topic. I want to hear all voices. I want to hear all opinions. And you can't do that when you're like, oh, I don't agree with this person, or this person makes me feel away, so I'm just going to shut them down. I don't operate that way. I want to know how people think. Because, everybody has a different way of thinking. They have a different way of seeing stuff. My viewpoint is not always right. Just like somebody else's viewpoint is not always right. But it doesn't negate that they have the right to their viewpoint. And I want to hear people's viewpoints on different topics. So I will listen to everybody. But you know what? Honestly, though, I really have not watched Fox in a while. I don't watch them on TV. If there happens to be a clip that might come up on YouTube, I might watch it depending. But after the whole Tucker Carlson debacle, I think that's when I checked out. So, like I said, I'll still watch some things depending on what Candace is talking about. I know she had a big debate with Don Lemon recently. I watched that. They were going back and forth. I watch certain things that Tucker talks about. I watched his interview with Putin. I thought that was interesting. Long-winded, but interesting. So I try and watch a lot of different things because I want to be in the know. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about celebrity news. I can see Candace running for something. I mean, she seems political. I mean, maybe they could bring back RFK. I think people would probably be more comfortable with him over Kamala, to be honest. Mama Lulu says, I like watching everything too. Yeah, as you guys should. And especially like global news. Like I tell you that all the time. Definitely check out global news. The BBC, yeah, they have their little hangups and stuff like that. But, watching global news, a lot of like the African news and things, you gotta understand what's going on globally, just outside of America. So yeah, she's definitely, I like what she's doing with First Post, and they post a lot of content. I like First Post. She's done a good job ever since she left WeOn. She's done a really good job on there. Yep, Al Jazeera. I watch them too. Now I will watch Asian news, but I usually watch just to laugh at whatever's going on in China. China been getting kicked in the ass ever since C-19. I'm sorry. Ooh, China be going through it, honey. If it ain't a building collapsing or a flood, I'm like, damn. Kim Iverson, I like, yes, young Kobe, I love me some Kim Iverson. She looks to me like a like the white and Vietnamese version of Karrueche Chan. Every time she reminds me like a white and Vietnamese Karrueche, because Karrueche's black and Vietnamese. I like Kim. Kim is real pretty. I'm glad that she left The Hill and she went out on her own. After The Hill was trying to play her, she's like, you know what? Y'all want to silence me and y'all don't want me on the panel when y'all have certain guests? I'm out. And she left and she's doing really good. I like Kim. Somebody said who? Oh yeah, I watch a lot of news commentary. PBS NewsHour. And then who's the guy I love? Lester Holt. I watch him every night, Lester Holt. When I want to know what's going on in America with the weather and everything. Oh, Lester gonna bring you up to date, honey. Right now in Texas, there's a bunch of flooding going on. Hurricane Beryl is coming down. Lester Holt be going in. I like Lester. He comes on every night with the news. Yeah, China news. He's funny. He be going in on China. Yeah, I like China news. Now, I still watch WeOn, but I had to stick with my girl. So I'm still subscribed to WeOn, but I watch First Post more. Somebody says Lester's voice get me going. Yeah, I like Lester. I don't watch Don Lemon Tree. I only watched him with the back and forth with Candace. I can't take him seriously. Because, see, my issue with Don Lemon is, he was the biggest proponent of censorship and trying to silence people. You know what I'm saying? When he was on CNN, hated to hear other people's viewpoints, very arrogant. And then when he got the boot, then he wanted to be the bastion of free speech, mixing with the BS. So I don't watch anything Don Lemon unless he's arguing with somebody and he's viral for something. So I don't watch his show. Don Lemon Pepper Stepper can keep stepping. Because now he want to talk about freedom of speech after censoring everybody else. I can't take him seriously. Somebody says he's very annoying. Yeah, PBS has good shows too. Yeah, PBS is good. I'm glad y'all watch a lot of news. I don't watch Young Turks. I used to. I can't get into them anymore. I used to watch them all the time, but I can't get into them. I watch, what's that, Patrick Bet Davis? I watch him at times too. He be having some good points. So I watch him sometimes. Somebody said Elon Musk 2024. Ain't nobody trying to watch Elon Musk. Don't nobody want to see him running for nothing in 2024. He better fix some damn Teslas. I watch Redacted. Now he said, who watches Redacted? Me. I love Redacted. Him and the man and his wife. I like them. He be having some really I like the way they break down a lot of issues that are going on in Africa. because he will break down a lot of stuff. So I like Redacted. They have a lot of really good stuff. I like them. At first, I didn't know that was his wife. And they be like, you know, be trying to crack little jokes on each other. I'm like, they gotta be kicking it or something. Then I found out it was his wife. I said, okay, that makes sense that they're husband and wife. They're funny. Yeah, I used to watch The Hill, but once Kim Iverson left, I left. Like, there's certain people, like, I watch, like, because I like their take, especially when, you know, they go against the grain. They're just not trying to go along to get along. And that's how Kim Iverson was, because she'd be going back and forth with that one dude on The Hill. They would go back and forth, but she would always make good points. And then when they started, like, trying to silence her and she left, I left. So I don't, and then they try to bring a black woman on there, and I try to watch it with the black lady, you know, just to give support, but she wasn't hitting on nothing. I'm not into Brett Cooper. I think she looks like a female version of the weirdo Ben Shapiro. I'm not into Brett Cooper. Her show was just a bit too, she's like a little girl in the bedroom talking. It's too polished for me. It's way too polished for me. I'm not into her. Yeah, Blackiana, I watch Redacted. I'm subscribed to them. I'm subscribed to a lot of news channels. Yeah, I'm sorry. She looked like Ben Shapiro with a wig on. Brett Cooper looked just like Ben Shapiro. I will watch Roland Martin every now and then. I'll watch him every now and then. Miss Simone, I'm not lying. She do. Like, she looked like Ben Shapiro to me. I watch ABL. ABL's a tea sipper. Anthony Brian Logan, he's a tea sipper. I like his stuff. I watch him. I watch Valuetainment. That's PBE. Somebody said Roland Martin is bougie news. Y'all are funny. Okay, let me go ahead and finish reading these super chats here. Raven Wilson says, the way things are happening, they may not even be an election. No, they're going to have an election because they got to decide who's about to run this country for the next 4 years. So there's going to be an election, but I think, like, this whole situation is even more, I don't want to call it a distraction because that cheapens it. This is a very serious situation, but it's going to be a lot coming behind this. And, you know, Trump going to come out and he going to talk. And he's going to let y'all know that they try to take him out. Or he's going to use this, you know, as food for fodder on his campaign. He's definitely going to do that. You know, he survived the shooting of 2024. Okay? But the whole thing is disturbing. But we're still going to have an election. I don't see them canceling that at all. We're still going to have an election. BTS says ABL is the only black conservative I listen to. He's never thrown black people under the bus. Yeah, that's why I rock with him. Just for the fact, I've been watching him for a long time, and when white folks are wrong and they're in the wrong in this situation, he will hold them accountable. Just like when that boat situation happened, he was the only conservative that came out on time. He didn't wait a week and wait for this story to die down. You know what I'm saying? Like Candace and Ben Shapiro and all them. When, remember the Alabama boat brawl? He came out and he called out them white folks. You know what I'm saying? He held them accountable because they started it. You know, all the other black conservatives, that damn cop, I had to stop fucking with him. I couldn't watch him anymore. He was trying so hard to make it black people's fault. You can tell the grifters. My thing is, you can be conservative, but be fair. What did Officer Tatum? Straight grifter. After that, I was done with him. I'm like, the fact that they were trying to find anything to make that black people's fault was insane. They were trying to make it about the one black man who hit the lady in the head with the chair. Not saying that's right. We all caught that out. He was wrong for that. But how y'all making this about the one person who got hit in the chair, hitting the head with the chair, but you're ignoring the fact that these white folks started it by not moving their boat And then they caught themselves jumping the one black guy. And then when everybody jumped in to have his back, now they're a bunch of hooligans and heathens and you know, thugs. So after that, I was done. I was like, I'm cool. He was going too hard to make it black folks' fault. So, yeah. I checked out. Shy B says, Rage Quiet. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Appreciate you. Gigi said that Sin 499 says an assassination attempt is wrong, but black men for Trump is comical. Project 25 is the true plan. Black men will be sacrificed for the agenda. Ooh-wee. Thank you for the super chat, sis. DJ Sent 10 says, have you seen Captain America's Brave New World trailer? Opening scene has a failed assassination attempt towards the president. The trailer dropped yesterday. Are you serious? And it's crazy that this happened today. I have not seen it yet. Again, they always put stuff in movies and in TV shows. Once again, predictive programming. Just like in The Simpsons. You know what I'm saying? And in The Simpsons, it says that, well, they show Donald Trump dying, you know, and then they show, you know, Lisa Simpson becoming the first female president. And a lot of people are saying that it's Kamala. So, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. We can't play it because, you know, YouTube. But I'm definitely going to check it out after the stream. Let's see here. Mason Bond 22 says Trump screwed up C-19. He's not perfect and makes as much mistakes as Biden. I can't really say he really screwed it up because I'm going to give him his props. When everybody was saying that it was racist, when he was trying to stop the Chinese people from coming in, remember they were all saying that it was racist. And he was like, no more Chinese people. Like, I'm shutting it down. They're not coming in the country till we can figure out what's going on. So I had to give him his props for that. He did stop China from entering. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like the whole C-19 situation, I don't like the fact that he was pushing the vaccine so hard. Like, I didn't like that. And it's like, he wanted a lot of props. Like, yeah, if it wasn't for me, you know, the vaccine was put out there really quick because of me. It's like he wants props for pushing it. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Let's see here. Vahio Slim Sent 20 says it's easy to speak endearing about a colleague. Sarcastically, they do want to play golf together. Thank you for the super chat, love. Let's see here. T. Marie Sam 499 says the elite want the new world order, and this was a warning to drop out of the race. The shooter was probably an MK Ultra Patsy. Thank you for going live. Yes, I definitely think it was a warning. The fact that he was able to shoot everybody else in the head and kill them with a headshot, but he only got the president, the person he was supposedly aiming for, by the ear. That was definitely a warning shot to me. And the fact that he was killed, very interesting. Very interesting. So thank you for the super chat. Daryl Henry says, oh my God, I remember the fake voting for the president in elementary and middle school and picking a candidate. Yup. Times have changed. It's nothing like that anymore. Hold on, my page just refreshed. Let's see here. Amberson 5 says, just remember the Supreme Court looks the way it does because of Trump. Both are terrible choices. Love you, T. Love you, too. Mushu Willow says, I think Kamala has been doing Joe's work, hence the MIA. Also remember when Hillary talked about how they made her do fluffy things at the White House. The woman is the whole attorney. Hold on. It's volatile right now. Thank you for the super chat, sis. Rapcat says, according to Joe Biden, you ain't black if you don't know who to vote for, T. Yeah, okay, Joe. Taliza Santen says, sorry for that one, LOL. People are saying have AOC for president. I don't think she could win it either. A lot of people don't like AOC. I mean, she could try, but I don't see her winning at all. Daniel Rain says, had told my church if they can get Trump, they'll try Biden. Legit why I say power corrupts and is dangerously foolish. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Jesse Adams says, I'm glad that you said that, T. Seems like people only want to hear information that fits their ideas and narratives. Everyone doesn't think the same. Yeah, I agree. I don't believe in, only listening to one side. And unfortunately, that's what happens on social media. Like if you lean left or you lean right, that's what the algorithm will push towards you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to go and search for alternative news. You got to know what the other side is thinking and how they're moving. So I don't believe in just leaning one way over the other. You want to be well versed and know what's going on all around you. And you got to be able to listen to different sides. Somebody says that AOC person seems crazy. I remember she kept hollering. Remember when New York was locked down? But somehow she made it down to Miami and was kicking it during C-19. After that, I was just like, girl, bye. They had New York shut down, but she was in Miami having a good old time with no mask on. The North never forgets, okay? In my Game of Thrones voice. The North does not forget. So ever since then, she got the side eye from me. Yeah, I know we rock with Game of Thrones around here. And I was like, okay. Deacon Weasel says, Candace Owens is a natural beauty and a role model. To you, sir. To you. Let's see here. CC sent $20, says, we're being controlled by the Heritage Foundation. Look up the Chevron defense. The SC asked it a few days ago, but no mainstream media is talking about it. Greedy corporations will now control regulations and poison us all for money. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm definitely going to look more into that. Somebody says she's a natural Karen. Yeah, I don't rock with Candace over here, but if he finds her natural and beautiful, God bless you, child. I'll pay her no mind. Let's see here. Awesomeness S set 999 says, hey T, have you heard on the Epstein files and the stuff involving Trump and a 13-year-old? I don't know if you already talked about it or not, or if we're allowed to talk about it here. No, I have not heard of the Epstein files. With him and a 13-year-old. Ooh. I'm going to definitely look into that. Again, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on in these political streets. Gooey sent $4.99, says, hey T, I'm voting independent. Chase Oliver, both parties, Dem and Republicans, are corrupt. To the people, it's time to vote for the youth. He's 35. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Brenda says, what are some good moderate political commentators? We just named a bunch. Let's see here. Mushu says, taking notes on some of these other news sources. I love the guy reporting on the Chinese news. I used to donate to the ProPublica. Yeah, I like the Chinese news guy. I always forget his name. He be going in on China. China news. Oh, China, they hate him. He be going in on China. They stay demonetizing his videos. I hate that for him. But he's funny. He don't play. He be going in. Let's see here. Puma Boy says the Civil War is trending. They're not playing about him. Yeah, I seen that trending on Twitter. Is it still trending? Yep, Civil War is trending. Resign is trending. What they saying under the Civil War hashtag? They impeached him. They indicted him. They tried to lock him up. Now they try to assassinate him. Hashtag Civil War. Elon Musk. Oh. Hold up. Patrick.
An assassination attempt.
Patrick Bet Davis is saying something. Let's see what he got to say real quick. Hold up. Let's see what Patrick says.
Just had an assassination attempt on the president. America, if you're watching this, we were half an inch away from a possible civil war. They tried to character assassinate him. It failed. They tried to deplete his savings. It failed. They tried to do whatever they could to silence him. That failed. And there's only one attempt left. And we've been talking about them needing to double down on private military contractors to protect the president. But this man loves people too much. He can't prevent himself from being around the people. Can we show the clip? Oh. You can see the shot like cut. You understand, like they missed him by this. By the way, that goes half an inch. You're done. Just had an assassination attempt on the president.
Oh, he's saying it's about to be a civil war. Who is this? I don't know. I'm not even going to press play, child. That looks like a suspect video. Let's see. Who is this? Let's see what he got to say.
Buddy, they have to give it to you 120. I'm the first candidate in history that has requested Secret Service protection since my dad's death, which is when they gave it to everybody. They have to give it to you 120 days out. They've given it to 44 candidates, basically everybody. 200 days, 300 days. I think Obama got it 541 days out. Jesse Jackson, people with a tiny fraction of my polling. I'm the first one that they've ever denied it to. That's
and did they ever give you a reason?
No. I assume that it's a political decision. I know the Secret Service told them that I was at elevated risk. There was a 68-page report that was documenting all the death threats. The people who 4 people have broken into my house since I declared one of them, a mentally ill person who got to the second floor when my family was home.
So this is all being funded by you personally then? All your security is from...
Yeah, it's being funded by my campaign, but it's a lot of money. It's like $1 million a month. And you asked me why.
$1 million a month?
Yeah.
Not safe still. They're very comfortable. Ain't got on no shoes or nothing. That's crazy though when you think about it. So his security detail is coming out of his own pockets. And this is something that was running, for the presidential seat. That's crazy. Huh. Who is this? President Trump, I await your command. Oh, child, not the Chinese man in front of a Confederate flag with a gun. Okay. This hashtag is not playing. Huh. That's an old video. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let me see. There's a few. Okay, let's see what they're saying under resign. Biden is not going to resign just because of this situation. Let's keep that real. See what they're saying under the latest. The director of the Secret Service resigned now. A security incident. The head of the Secret Service must resign now. Has some dignity. At AOC, you are an embarrassment. You spew your rhetoric. Okay, what did AOC say? There's no place for political violence, including this horrific incident we just witnessed in Pennsylvania. It is absolutely unacceptable and must be denounced in its strongest terms. My heart goes out to all the victims, and I wish the former president a speedy recovery. Paul says, your violent rhetoric and violence from your supporters has led to this. Shame on you, AOC. You've equated violence to stealing bread. The best thing you can do is resign and be quiet. Okay. Few more responsible today than you. Please stop with the fake virtues. Okay, what Nancy Pelosi got to say? We got.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick.
How do you
Okay, so this is just a montage. They're basically saying that, you know, all the political people that caused this. Twitter is so divisive. Ooh-wee. Your party called for it, now you got it, now own it. It's about to get ugly out here. Say his name. He's still alive. Like, why is the picture in black and white? He's still here. He's okay. I mean, I'm sure he's shooken up, but why, you know, say his name. He's still alive. Let's see. Okay, hold on. UPOS is trending. Wow. Oh, let's see what she says.
The process. I just found out about this shit. It just happened. I haven't even had a second to process. You're telling me somebody finally had the balls to bring a pew-pew, and he missed! We were a second away! We were a centimeter away from half of the problem being gone, and you missed! There was a white man attached to that trigger. I know it! We were a centimeter away!
What in the trailer park trash is going on here? What? I swear there are so many lunatics on social media. Oh. Wow. A straight up lunatic. So this was him up here on the roof? Wait, this is weird. Hold on. This is a weird angle. This looks really bad. This looks like the counter sniper team had eyes on the shooter and let him fire first. Okay, so that's the other team shooting that way. Huh.
It's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Somebody said the shooter. Y'all ain't shit. Oh my gosh. Okay. This has been an interesting day. This has been really, really interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to read these last few super chats here and get up out of here. I know it's getting late. It's already 10 o'clock. Wow. House 12 says they just gave Trump the White House. I don't know if he's going to get it that easy, though. I don't know if he's going to get it that easy. T says, do you think this is odd behavior that Trump's waving and cheering twice right after getting shot at? He wasn't shook. That's odd. He's giving planned energy. No, I don't want to say that that's necessarily odd. It looked like he put his fist up like a black power fist and he was saying fight. So he was telling them to keep fighting. That's what I got from it. I don't want to say it's odd because, again, you never know what you'll do in that type of situation. So I don't know. But the whole thing, the whole entire situation to me is just insane in general. Just the way everything went down. But he was basically, you know, telling them to fight, to keep up the fight is what he was saying. Rona 555 says, for a different perspective on China, there are channels like China Uncensored, China Insights, and Sarpanze. Yeah, I watch all of those channels. I love when they blast China. I be cracking up. I watch all of them. Let's see here. Blackiana's boyfriend says, T, in astrology, Trump was born with a midheaven at 26 Taurus. This degree holds a fixed star called Algol, which is a really evil star associated with beheadings. Mars and Uranus is in the sky right now at 25/26 Taurus. I don't know anything about astrology. The only thing I know is I'm a Leo. So I don't know. That just sounds like, that sounds foreign to me what you just wrote, but I'll take your word for it. The only thing I know about astrology is Leo season is right around the corner. But yeah, it's a lot going on, y'all. I just want everybody to be safe out here. You know, I think it's going to be a lot of unrest in the next few weeks. And I think even leading up to the elections, I think if you're planning on going to any rallies, regardless if it's a Biden rally or Trump rally, be vigilant, be careful, because people are going to want revenge. You know, a lot of his supporters, you know, they're gun-toting, they be ready to fight and shoot. So a lot of them may be seeking revenge. You know what I mean? They're already talking about coming up with they're screaming civil war. They're wanting people to resign. So I just feel like it's only going to get uglier from here. So people just be really, really careful, be prayed up. We are definitely dealing with like some really insane times, you know, even outside of the political stuff, just the things that are going on around the world. You know, we still had the situation going on with Palestine and Israel out here in America, you know, shootings going on and people being hurt, being killed and stuff like that. So just be very, very careful. Somebody said it's like rappers beefing. Yeah. Yeah, just stay prayed up. Yeah, and definitely don't be afraid to pick up your Bibles, for real, because a lot of this stuff is in the Bible. You know, I feel like we're living in our last days. I do. Yeah, things are definitely getting wild out here. Let me see here. Shamise, Sim499 says, do you have any big plans for your birthday? Today, you and my daughter had the same birthday, July 29th. I'm going to be in Puerto Rico for my birthday. So that's like my big plan. So I'll be out there celebrating with some of my tea sippers on the beach. And then when I come back to Minnesota, I might do like a small birthday party or something. But I don't have anything too big, you know what I'm saying, too big planned. But I'm just grateful to see another year. So, you know what I mean? I'm just grateful. Another year around the sun. Because a lot of people didn't make it this year. So I'm grateful. Birthday coming up. So I'm excited to celebrate another year. God is good, definitely. But you guys, thank you guys so much. I don't know. Today was a tough day. And I'm glad that everybody's able to come in and join me to just kind of talk and just discuss this. that's going on here. I just find it scary. And again, no matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, you know, we have to stop this division. We have to stop this divisiveness. It's not good for the country. I mean, you have family members now who don't get along because, you know, this family member is Team Trump or this family member is Team Biden. And at the end of the day, you know, this is all one America. And we eventually have to work together and figure out how to get up out of this rut that we're in. So regardless of who wins the presidency in November, it's going to be a long road. Everything is not going to be fixed just because Trump gets in or because Biden gets reelected. You know, no matter who wins, it's going to be a long road to get us out this rut that we're in. So, you know, like I said, just stay prayed up, stay vigilant, and stay informed. Don't be so hard-headed that you only want to listen to one side. Find out what both sides are thinking and how both sides are going to deal with the issues. And we talked about a lot of different, you know, news platforms that you guys can check out, you know, so don't be scared to watch, you know, news that's more conservative leaning or more liberal leaning. You know, you should be trying to get information on everything that's going on, especially globally as well. So definitely stay informed, you guys. Everybody have a good night. I love you guys. Stay prayed up. And thank you everybody who came tonight. Thank you guys for the super chat. If I missed your super chat, I apologize. But I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys later. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.